Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. So, today we are going to start our new chapter solution and this lecture is all about the topic number 2.1 of NCERT, that is types of solutions. So, let's get started. So, the first question that arises here is what solutions are. So, here comes the definition. Solutions are homogeneous mixture of two or more pure substances. So as you can see here, two terms are used. One is homogeneous mixture and the other one is pure substances. So first we need to understand these two terms clearly, and then we will come back to this definition of solutions. I'll try to understand it. So now we are going to recapitulate what we have studied in our previous classes about matter. Everything around us that has mass and occupies space is called matter. And you know students, chemistry is all about matter. It is about the study of matter and its properties. So can you guess on what factor does the property of matter will depend upon? I hope all of you will be able to guess it right, that the properties of matter will depend upon the composition of matter, and depending upon the composition of matter, matter is divided into two categories. One is pure substances and the other one is mixtures. So first we will try to understand pure substances. Pure substances are those which are made up of only one kind of atom or molecule, and pure substances are again divided into two categories. The first category is element. You all are very familiar with this term element, like we understand it with the help of an example. If we say helium element, then we mean that in helium element only helium atoms will be present, and if we say hydrogen element, then in hydrogen element only molecules of hydrogen will be present, and so on. The second category is compound. So a compound is made up of two or more atoms of different elements that are combined through bonds. So we again try to understand it with the help of an example. Like we say water is a compound. So why water is a compound? Because water is made up of atoms of two different elements, that is hydrogen and oxygen. So the condition in compound is that the atom should be of different element. So now, based upon your understanding of these two terms, element and compound, can you now differentiate between these two terms, element and compound? So pause the video for a minute, student, and try to guess the difference between the two. So the difference is in basically in compound atoms of different elements are there, and in element atoms of same element are there. So moving on to our category mixtures. Mixture is again divided into two categories. The first category is homogeneous mixture, and as the name suggests, homo means same. So in homogeneous mixture there is uniform composition throughout. Like when we dissolve salt in water, what happens is salt get evenly distributed in water. So these type of mixtures are called homogeneous mixture. There are some other example of homogeneous mixtures also, like sugar in water or laminate. You can think of some other examples also and comment it on the comment section given below. The other category is heterogeneous mixtures. So in heterogeneous mixture there is non-uniform composition throughout, and you can clearly see it in the picture given here that the composition here is non-uniform. And the example of heterogeneous mixture is like when we mix sand in water, the sand is not evenly distributed in water. Now by now we have clearly understood the terms pure substances, mixtures, homogeneous mixture. Now coming back to our main definition of solution, that is solutions are homogeneous mixture of two or more substances or components. So I think students, now you are able to understand this definition of solutions. Now in this chapter we will be repeatedly using two terms. These two terms are solute and solvent. So let's just try to understand these two terms. First term, solvent, is used for that component of solution which is present in the largest quantity, and the term solute is used for that component of the solution that is present in lesser quantity or other than solvent. the component that is present other than solvent. For example, if we dissolve 20 gram of salt in 80 gram of water, so the component that is present in larger amount here is water. So our water is solvent here and salt is solute here. Similarly, if we dissolve 10 gram of glucose in 90 gram of water, then here our water is again solvent because it is present in the larger quantity and our glucose is the solute. But students, by looking at this, you cannot think of solution to be made up of only two components. There are solutions which are made up of three components also, four components also, and so on. Like for example, if we dissolve 2 gram of sugar in 3 gram of salt and 95 gram of water, then here in this case our water is present in the largest quantity, so it is the solvent here, and the other two, sugar and salt, are the solute here. So in this chapter we are going to focus on binary solutions only. So binary solutions are those solutions which contain only two components, that is solute and solvent. Now our main other topic is types of solutions. So what happens is, usually when we think of solutions, we assume solution to be liquid solutions. That is, when we dissolve a solid in liquid, a solution is formed, like when we dissolve glucose in water, or when we dissolve a gas in liquid, a solution is formed, like when we oxygen in water. And when we dissolve a liquid in liquid, is a solution is formed like ethanol in water. But this is not the real case. Solutions can be of different physical states, like solutions can also be in gaseous forms also, and solution can be in solid form also. So can you tell me on what factors does this physical state of solution is going to depend? Think about it. So the answer is, the physical state of the solution is going to depend upon the physical state of the solvent, that is the component which is present in the largest quantity. So here solutions based upon the physical state of the solvent are of three types. When our solvent used is in gaseous form, solutions are called gaseous solutions. When our solvent is in liquid form, solutions are called liquid solutions, and when our solvent is in solid form, solutions are called solid solutions. So here in this table there are I have shown you three different types of solution: gaseous solution, liquid solution, and solid solution, and the different solute and solvent used with their common examples. So students, go through this table and try to understand it carefully. Now this is the time for your DIY, student, that is, do it yourself. Here I have given you soda water and you have to tell me what is the solute in it, the solvent in it, and type of solution in it. Similarly, for air and tincture of iodine, repeat the same practice and try to identify the solute, solvent, and type of solution present in it. So I hope all of you will find this lecture interesting and knowledgeable. So I'm going to end up my video or my lecture with the quote of the day, that is, the key to success is to focus on goals and not obstacles.